All right, I'm here with Victor Mänty from the Wasa Royals podcast, man.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into the interview. First
Yeah.
thing I want to, what is your personal motivation for playing again this season? Last year you guys made the playoffs. You've had some success with. I, I don't think we've won a Maple Bowl yet, so that might be one reason. But
Mm.
what would be your reason for coming back this year? And, strapping it on with the Royals?
Yeah, I've been pretty much saying to everyone that this has been my last year for like 10 years. So, but the one thing that motivates me most right now is just winning the championship. And I think a lot of guys on the team that has played for a while feel the same. We haven't won a championship yet. So that's my main goal for the season.
Okay. Oh, that reminds me, like, to you. Were you a part of the Royals when they first like started, like as the Royals and not the Vikings? Were you a part of that
Uh,
kind of like early stages, Division 1, Division 2 stuff?
Yeah, I wasn't in Division Two, so that was the first season. Royals was Royals, and uh, that's when I first saw like American football in Wasa and decided that I want to be a part of it. So missed the first
Okay,
season, but
you've been there for
yeah,
Yeah, but you've been there for the ride then. So
yeah,
you've seen most of it from, going into the Maple League, going out of the Maple League, out the league. You've seen that whole ride. So you have a very unique perspective on that. So getting a little bit back into this upcoming season, I mean, from my opinion, from my view, you guys played okay, but inconsistent at times. Of a slide into the playoffs instead of a really like strong showing, in my opinion. If you were to say what you guys have been working on, kind of improve from last year's team, so that you can make that push to the Maple Bowl, what would you say a couple of those things are?
right now we have been doing like a lot of fundamentals because we still have guys that are kind of new to the sport and well, I think it's good for for all the players to get back to the fundamentals and like for defense tackling and stuff like that. But I feel like we have had basically more time to prepare because we have a lot of the same guys this year. So it's not like starting from scratch like that. And well, yeah, just doing a lot of fundamentals and been doing some meetings already, going through like making sure all the guys know their stuff because like you said, I think we basically had a chance to win it last year, but we weren't like consistent enough. And I think like even though we were up there like fighting for it, it was still a good result for us, like being in the playoffs. So and we
For
just gotta
sure, it
step
definitely
it
was.
up a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely was great that you got into the playoffs, kind of got back into
Mhm.
the mix. But into you guys' roster this year, you said you got a lot of guys coming back. But again, a lot of people on the defensive side, especially for you guys. Okay, let me be more specific.
Mm.
In the secondary of your defense, there's a lot of younger and even unknown type. What are what are some of the or who are some of the guys that you're expecting to have, like a breakout season this year and really come on strong for you guys on that was more of your problem areas last year?
Yeah, I think guys that have played a lot in the U20s or younger divisions, they might like show up this year, and I hope they will. We have um, well in offense, Jonathan Purtola he plays like wide receiver, but he can play defense as well. So I think he will be one of the guys that will show up this season. And um, yeah, we got some young talent on the DB side as well. Viggo Rönnlund is, yeah, I think he didn't play much last season, but he might be a guy that has breakthrough season as well.
Okay. Well, there's going to be a little bit of improvement. And obviously, last year must have helped
Mm.
those guys get a little bit more experience under their
Yeah,
belt. So you guys coming back with young but seasoned, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Young but seasoned players. So last thing I'm gonna ask you, Victor, and then I'm gonna let you get out of here. It's been like, that's about how I do. Last thing I want to ask you is, what are you personally most excited about going into this 2024 What excites you the most about this Maple League season?
I'm excited that we are starting to get like a little more like closer between the teams. That a lot of the seasons I've played, there have been like one or two top teams that you kind of know are going to be in the finals, and I hope it will be another one of those that it's anyone's game, and I hope it will be us.
Well, I think you're 100% right there. This is definitely uh, competitive. I guess that's the word you're looking for.
Mm.
Competitive
Yeah.
seasons between, all the teams. There's a lot of changes on some teams. There's some teams that are bringing back a lot of the same parts. So it's gonna take a while for people to get accustomed to who they're playing, and the matchups are gonna be. I expect a lot closer games this year than we
Mm.
even saw last year, which we saw a lot of good games last year. But
Mm.
I agree with you. Like, that's gonna be really exciting to see how everybody plays against each other. So again, that's all I have for you, Victor. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming on the podcast. Good luck to you and the Royals this season. We'll be watching you here on the AFF podcast.
Thank you for having me.